Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, all praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are continuing our life coach training program, and we are discussing about mentoring, right, at the level of M3. Alright, and then we will then go into counseling. We have motivational module, coaching, mentoring, and counseling module. And I've explained to you many times how you can be very easily register yourself and take a small course online and become a life coach. Yeah? Alright, so in the mentoring we have the trust model, TRUST. We have trust, rapport, unique, synchronicity, and now time bound. So now I'm going to talk about time, because we have discussed TRUS already. Now we go into time bound. So what is the definition of time? Time is a continuous measurable quantity in which event occur in a sequence proceeding from the past to the present to the future. So that is a science dictionary definition of time. Physicists define time as a progression of events from the past to the present and into the future. And then 3, time has a beginning, starting at a point 13.7 plus, 13.8 billion years ago, when the Big Bang occurred. Alright, and then we can also consider time from various aspects, at various levels: cosmic time, human creatures time, time in the multiverse, time in the hereafter, and so on. So there are many definitions that we can go on about. But when we talk about mentoring, alright, we say time bound, where we have this time bound in mentoring. That means the process of mentoring itself will take time. That is the first definition. But that definition of time also includes the nature of our existence on this earth. So in mentoring, the Islamic mentoring model, when we talk about time, we always refer back to the Quran, the Hadith, and so on. So one of the very prominent surah is Surah 103. We have this surah, alright, Surah Wal-Asr. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal-Asr. Innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr. Alright, Wal-Asr, by the token of time through the ages. That means from the beginning of from the time that this universe existed 13.8 billion years ago, and before that, alright, it comes from the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means everything that we see that is time bounded in the 3-dimension space that we live today existed because when Allah command, innama amruhu iza arada an shay'an an yakula lahu kun fayakun. When Allah wills an existence, this universe is a will of His existence from nothingness, and Allah says kun, be, and it is. So that is a process, the process of stars forming, the process of gaseous state, the process of Big Bang, where Allah pulls together the gaseous state and then it becomes planets and neutron stars and so on, and the whole process of cosmology, alright, that has happened within this period of time. So before that, there's no time from the perspective of human, because we live in this 3-dimension physical world. Our physical jasad is residing in this physical world. We are bounded by time. So Allah tells us, "Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusrin." By the token of time, indeed, humanity or mankind is in a state of loss. That means we are always not appreciating the time that we have on this earth to do good. So we are in a state of loss because we have lost our sense of iman, our sense of Islam, our sense of purpose and meaning in life. So we are just like a zombie floating around. So that is a state of loss as mentioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for those people who doesn't believe in God. For us, we know that if we do not have iman, Islam and Ihsan, we are living in a state of loss. So illa alladhina amanu, except for those who believe. That means they have belief in Islam, believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, believe in the truth. Illa alladhina amanu amilus solihat, and those who do good. That means good righteous deed. Wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr, and those who remind and strive with each other to preach or to tell about this truth, and remind each other to live in sabr, in patience and constancy. So from this very dense ayah, surah, this is a surah, Wal Asr, we can understand actually how our whole purpose and meaning in life within the context of how we're going to lead our life. So we have a choice. We want to lead a life in this earth which is a state of loss, and then return to Allah in the state of loss. That means we are not going to the heaven, or we are going to live in this life avoiding the loss that Allah has mentioned. So a lot of us are living in a state of loss. So modern civilization, we are living like zombies, just going around being addicted to food, being addicted to consumerism, being addicted to video games, being addicted to media. So all the time we are like a zombie, being addicted to something that is not based on the reality of our totality of our existence. The reality of totality of our existence is to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to strive to make ourselves good, help others so good, and make the world good. With Iman, Islam and Ihsan, that is the purpose. But if we do not understand that purpose, then we are living in a state of loss, and this is where unfortunately a large number of the 21st century civilization, we have lost our traditional understanding of the nature of time. So our nature of time is rush. Everything is fast. So we have fast food, junk food, and fast lane life. Alright, but we are like a rat in a treadmill, and it's going round and round and round, getting nowhere. For all you know, at the end of our time, we will be dead, because we have the level of time I've mentioned earlier on, that is this cosmic time. Cosmic time is from the time that Allah ordained this universe to exist, the kun fayakun event, and then we existed until a certain point when this universe itself will self-destruct. We know many planets, star system, and even galaxies exploding. So one day our Milky Way galaxy will collide with, the next galaxy that is near to us, and then we'll just fuse together and explode. So for us, this world itself, in terms of cosmic time, this galaxy that we are in, the Milky Way, with more than 100 billion stars, will explode. But on Earth itself, we have our cosmic time based on the time of this Earth. How long can this Earth live? For example, we have the creature or human time. At one time, the earth is not hospitable to life. Now it is hospitable, and it will come to another point it's not hospitable. So there are a lot of research showing that basically because of our greed, because of our consumption, we are destroying our ecology, and we are destroying the whole ecosystem of the world. Alright, so within 50 years, it is maybe possible that all mammal, that means we are a mammal, all cats, dogs, human beings cannot exist on this earth, because the climate change has released methane, and also the climate change has gone beyond 5 degrees Celsius, where the Arctic Ocean will be just completely dissolved, and there's body of water, and when that happens, the whole climatic effect of mass extinction of all species on this earth, starting with the top chain. The top chain is who? Mammals. So we are right at the top. So basically this is the cosmic time in terms of the human existence. Wallahu alam, if it is 50 years, if we don't do any remedial work now, we don't strive to change the greed, the climate change that is causing this mass extinction of more than 1 billion species now is ongoing, then we are all responsible. So we are all responsible for the wal asr. By the token of time, illa alladhina amanu wa amilus wal asr innal insana lafi khusr. We are the people who are at the state of loss. Not only we are in the state of loss in terms of our iman, Islam and Ihsan, we are in the state of loss because of the ecology that we have done through this industrial so-called civilization, the 21st century civilization, 20th, 21st century. With only 200 years, we will implode. So we have the technology, inshallah, to take remedial action, but it requires a total shift from consumerism, from just the state of loss in terms of just consuming, to another state of having a balanced life. That means the balance in terms of our life at a spiritual, emotional, mental and physical state, as well as our balanced life in terms of the demand of living on this earth, because this earth is rich enough to cater for all human beings if we are not greedy. But because of the mass consumption movement, because of industrialization, we are made to become consumers, and consumer is to consume, and to consume means is to destroy this earth, and to destroy this earth ultimately will destroy all humanity, and that is 50 years from now. And this is a very severe problem. So Muslims must wake up. We have the intricate mechanism within the deen of Islam, the balance in terms of al-ummah wasata, a balanced ummah that can take care of the balanced world. That means Allah tells us that He created this world in a just balance, all right, in terms of the ecology and so on. So it's very sensitive. So we Muslims must be the forerunner to change the world now, because 50 years is not far away. If we sleep, we also will be gone. Not only that, the Muslims will be destroyed, the animals, the cats, the dogs, the monkeys, every mammal in this planet will be gone. In 50 years' time, if we are not going to act now to change our lifestyle, to have a holistic, balanced lifestyle, to move away from greed and consumption to a more sustainable life, and to make sure that we take care of the ecology of this earth, that we take care of all the animals, the fishes, the birds, the bees. 70% of our food come from the pollination of bees. If the bees are gone, we are gone. All right? So this is already happening, mass extinction of bees and insects. So that's why it is important for us to understand, when we mentor from the perspective of level 1, that is, we mentor our mentee in terms of his or her life. But we must also have a greater vision to understand that our life is time-bound, and this time-bound has many levels. That means the levels of helping somebody within that period of 3 years or 5 years or a lifetime. But we have this understanding of time beyond our existence, of time, of how we can live on this earth, leave this earth, and go to another situation or another state beyond time, beyond space, that is we call akhirah. And that I will explain to you in the subsequent video of how we're going to understand this. Okay, so inshallah we understand, if we are the Caliph of Allah, we always strive to make ourselves good. We change the whole world to make it good in terms of goodness for all humanity. That means Muslims must also be now helping the non-Muslims, everybody, to live in peace, in harmony in the 21st century, so that we can help all other creatures to live, so that we can correct the evil of industrialization, to make it a more just, a balanced world, so that everybody can live in peace, that all the animals and all the creatures, goodly creatures created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, can have and partake in this beautiful earth that Allah has given us. So always remember, we are the Khalifa of Allah on this earth, His vicegerent, to take care of this earth, striving always to make ourselves good, helping others to be good, and making the world good, inshallah.